That's some real good information that, I mean, nobody's talking about online for sure, because I haven't found it. All right. It's that day. All right. Actually, the day is Friday. What is it, the 15th? I think it's the 15th. The day was Tuesday. I recorded an unboxing, and I'm scrapping that whole video. Mainly because I did have some problems that I want to talk about. But as you can see, they're now up. We are no longer... Oh, I was back there trying to mount this computer. Turned that around. All right, so we are no longer running the CLA 10s. They're in another room. I got to figure out what I'm going to do with them. Probably going to sell them. The Atom Audios, those are gone too. I'm going to let my roommate rock those in his room for a while until I decide what I want to do with those. I might keep them, might sell them. I don't know. The Focals, these are amazing. They are amazing. Yeah. So anyhow, before I actually get into the meat of what I want to say about this, I'm going to cut in a conversation that I had with one of the reps from Focal. I believe he's the Northern American or Northern America manager. Got a hold of him, and then he gave me some quick little gems that I could use or know when it came to using these monitors. So yes, you're about to hear from him about how he suggests I use these monitors in my room, and then I will cut back and then tell you what I have to tell you about these monitors. All right.
Hello?
Hello?
Hey, this is Josh from Focal.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, man. How are you?
I'm doing good, man. Just waiting on my package. Just waiting for it to arrive. I'm watching the FedEx app, just making sure I don't miss it.
Yeah, chasing FedEx guys down is never a lot of fun, but always necessary.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, cool, man. Well, tell me a little bit about your space. Because, I mean, those things are really room dependent. And honestly, a little bit preparation, too. So, kind of, what's the space look like? How big is it?
So, the room that I have in here is about, I want to say, 12 by 9, roughly. Mm-hmm. 8-foot ceiling.
Long or 12 wide?
12 long.
12 long, okay. Yeah, I'd probably recommend you try them first vertical.
Okay.
Just personally. Typically, and the reason I say I wouldn't start horizontal, so usually when you put something horizontal, the distance between, you're dealing with a horizontal mode more than you're dealing with an axial mode, right? And because you have closer reflections on your side walls than you do your back wall.
Yes.
I'd probably start vertical and just see how it goes, mess with placement a little bit.
Okay.
And then, it wouldn't hurt to switch it over and see how it performs. I'm guessing you're just going to find your imaging and your center image is going to be a lot tighter. That's at least my experience in terms of just setting them up and kind of playing with them.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Really, really room dependent. But, some rooms are weird. Sometimes the math is just perfect enough that, you put them on their side and all of a sudden, you have it's a much better solution. So I definitely start vertical. I think you probably find that. I typically prefer speakers vertically in orientation. That way, your image is equal because your woofer is not to the left or to the right of your mids or your tweeter. Right? They're all vertically aligned.
Yeah, that makes sense. So
yeah.
Do you think that a sub would be necessary with these? I mean, I haven't tried them yet, so obviously.
Yeah, I probably not. I mean, I guess it depends on what kind of music you're doing.
Okay.
But, like, you said TRIO6, right?
Say that one more time? Yes, the 6s, yeah.
The TRIO6, yeah. I mean, the TRIO6 are a lot low end. And once you get them broken in, they're going to have more low end. So,
okay.
They go pretty dang low. And in a room that size, it says probably going to cost you more grease than good.
Okay.
Honestly, I'm not a huge fan of subs in the first place, just because you really have to spend a lot of time dialing in. And when you have a smaller space, just because like a single cycle of 40 hertz, which is like a low E of a bass tuned to like A440, it's like 23.5 feet long, right? It's a single cycle. So what it pretty much does is create lots of hot and cold zones in a room. And because it's, and such a phase reverse and all that stuff, so you can get a little bit of that out of there. But even with that being said, in order to get it in where it needs to be, you might have to move yourself 3 feet forward or 3 feet back, and then the room dimension, and having a desk and gear and all that other stuff doesn't usually permit for that. So
got you.
But yeah, I mean,
okay.
I started out, we have a lot of people use TRIO6 with no even desire for a sub.
Gotcha. The only other question that I have, because I have treatment, I built some panels and stuff, but I do have like a window that I'm kind of like got a panel in front of, so I know that window is not centered. So I was thinking, like, what are your thoughts on, like, because I do have Sonar Works, the correction, and I was like, do you think that would be ideal for these monitors, or like, should I just?
Yeah, I mean, try it with and without. The Sonar Works stuff's cool, but and it definitely provides a solution that helps a lot of people in a lot of instances. But it is also just a piece of DSP between your signal chain and your monitors too. So it's just another piece of processing, and it does affect the dynamic range of the signal a bit.
Okay.
So, is that worse? The question is, what's the worst of two evils, right? Would you rather give up a few dB of dynamic range to, fix some issues in the room, or would you rather have those issues and have that dynamic range? It's kind of situation.
Okay, that makes sense.
Based, so there's that component of it.
Okay.
But it also, keep in mind the Sonar Works. It's cool. It's a great solution, but it only does frequency response at 1.2, meaning one like snapshot in time, right? So it's taking a picture of what's going on based on that microphone that it's sending in. Then it sweeps, it's scanning it. It says, okay, here's the frequency response of your room, and then it's pretty much taking a really, really high band EQ and just literally doing the exact opposite of what your room's doing to compensate for it up to a certain degree.
Gotcha.
But what that doesn't take into account is like, have you ever seen a waterfall graph of a frequency response? Yeah, so it actually measures decay of frequencies over time. What it doesn't account for is like low frequencies take a lot longer to decay than high frequencies. Right, so even though you're knocking that information out, that low is still lingering in that room longer than if it weren't. So SonarWorks doesn't account for that, so it's still not a perfect solution.
Gotcha.
In my mind, what I really encourage you to do is like, break them in the best you can while you're breaking them in. Really just player replacement, because placement is going to go a really, really long way. And what I usually tell people to do is like try SonarWorks, because it will show you what it's doing to correct and where the issues are in your room. So try SonarWorks. Sweep the room with wherever you think your best monitor placement is. Obviously, do the equilateral triangle and your 38% rule stuff.
Yeah.
But before you apply the processing for the SonarWorks, use the controls on the back of the speaker to try to dial back some of those room problems before you apply the SonarWorks.
Okay.
And just and so run the SonarWorks sweep, see where the issues are. Don't apply the EQ don't bypass the plugin effectively once you've done the sweep. And if it says, okay, you've got a big boost at like 160 hertz or something like that, go to the EQ in the back and try to compensate for that and just remeasure. And just do that back and forth 6 times, a dozen times, or whatever, and just try to compensate as best you can. And then go apply the SonarWorks on top of that, because the SonarWorks performs a lot better with the less processing it does. Yeah, right. I heard. Anything more than 6 dB, SonarWorks really, really struggles with.
Gotcha.
But because it's analog, we can make those trims without causing any issues. So
okay,
it's really just a back and forth and a lot of measuring.
Okay. Well, man, I do appreciate it.
Otis is like a world-renowned engineer or room tuning guy. He's seen a lot of famous recording studios and stuff.
Uh-huh.
And I've spent a fair amount of time with him doing this kind of thing with locale speakers, and he'll sometimes spend a week just measuring and moving and measuring and moving and measuring and moving. Obviously these are like multi-million-dollar studios, but
yeah. Okay.
And people get that deep, and it does make a difference for sure.
Okay. Dope. Well, I do appreciate. I just have one question. Is it okay if I use this on my YouTube channel, because I'm like filming myself as I'm talking to you, so I don't want to just put it up there and not check in with you?
Oh yeah, that's what I mean.
Oh, okay. Okay. I mean, that's some real good information that nobody's talking about online for sure, because I haven't found
it. Yeah, I mean, it's, as far as I'm concerned, your room is part of your monitoring path, right? It's between your ears and the speakers, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, and it really, really disheartens me when I see and I see it all the time. A guy spends $6 or $8 grand on a pair of speakers, which we love, and it's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
But he puts them in a 10 by 10 carpeted bedroom with no treatment at all, and it's like you're never going to get out of your investment with what you put in with that. The room is part of the equation. So the fact that you have treatment, the fact that you have Sonarworks, is going to put you ahead of the game for sure.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. Okay. Well, I definitely will try them vertical. Now, as far, this is honestly my first time working with a 3-way speaker. So as far as where should my ear be level with, on the monitor? Should I have it by the tweeter?
Yeah. Yep. So that's a really good question. So 3-way speakers typically have what they call an acoustic center, which, depending on what manufacturer you're talking about, could be different. But us specifically, the acoustic center of the speaker is the middle point between the mid driver and the tweeter.
Okay.
So try to center your ear on that horizontal axis.
Okay. Well, yeah, that helps too.
Yeah.
Oh man, like I said, I just keep looking at my phone waiting for the delivery. And I got it from Sweetwater, and they were sold out.
They did such a terrific job all the time.
But they were sold out, and they had some floor models, so I bought the floor models.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I'm assuming they're broken in already. But
yeah, they're fully warranted and stuff too.
Yeah.
You never know though. Sometimes those floor models can end up being somebody just opens a box to inspect something, or who knows. But they're always great. They're 100% covered by warranty. We love those guys. So
perfect.
I'm sure they'll be perfect for you.
Well, perfect. I appreciate this. Yeah, so I'm gonna.
Anytime, man. If you have any questions, feel free to give me a shout.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Have an email, whatever, and I'll help in any way I can. So.
All right, I appreciate it. I'll send you a link after I upload the video so you can check it out and everything.
Yeah, sounds good, man.
Okay, cool. All right, man. Have a good one.
Yeah, you too. See you.
All right. Well, there you have it. That was straight from a guy who works from Focal. So I haven't seen any of this information on YouTube whatsoever. So hopefully, if you guys are thinking about getting these monitors, he just sold it for you. All right, cool. So we back. Oh, I guess I should probably hold on. All right, cool. So we back. So how y'all doing? Quarantining. Life is good. These monitors are amazing. There's no other way to put it. They're amazing. I'm sweating right now because I'm in here working. I was trying to float the computer like I said, I've been working. But anyhow, what I want to say about these speakers is Sweetwater is where I bought the speakers from. I bought the demos. When I contacted my rep that I always go through, I was asking him I was asking about the monitors, and he said he didn't have them in stock, but he did have an open box. So I was like, well, cool. He's like, I can discount that as well. So the open box speakers, it was discounted. One of them was discounted, I want to say $750, and the other one, I think it was around $500 or $600 discount. But when it got here, it had a hole in it. Now, I didn't notice this hole when I did my first unboxing, but it was there in the tweeter. So I messaged him, and when I turned the speakers on, and they sounded just fine. So I was like, well, maybe, I don't know, maybe it didn't do anything. And so as I'm listening to it over and over, like, it sounds fine. So they messaged me back. Sweetwater took care of me so fast. So I got them Tuesday. I got the response on Wednesday. It's Friday, and the new one is already here. Yeah, they didn't play. They were like, no, we're definitely going to handle that. My biggest concern was I didn't want to be down. I didn't want to have to ship the speaker out and be down. And they actually took care of me. They sent me the speaker first, and then I just had to send the speaker back. And they sent me a paid sticker. So they took care of me, and I am grateful for that. My thoughts on these monitors, which is good that I didn't do it right away because I didn't have thoughts yet. Been rocking them for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, now Friday. So this is the third day, and I was lucky enough to have these monitors already broken in. So they sounded amazing. At first, it took a little getting used to, but once I actually tuned it with the Sonar Works, like the guy from Focal suggested. So I tuned the room twice. Yeah. Okay, so I had some friends come over last night, and one of my partners, and him and this girl that came over, and I was like, bro, you have to just hear like what these speakers can do. And like it was almost like a game. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I should do this as a YouTube thing, but it's almost a game. As they were going through Tidal and they were going through each song on which songs were mixed good and which songs were mixed bad. Like, a lot of the things that I learned from these speakers is there's frequencies that my other speakers just don't produce at all. Because on the other speakers, I like the Atom Audios, I mean, I couldn't hear this. they're like, I pulled up one of the mixes that I thought this mix was the one, and then I pulled them up on here, and I was just like, oh, it's definitely not the one. Definitely not the one. But yeah, I don't know how to, I mean, imagine 3D, like if you're standing, if I'm talking to you, you're looking at me, behind me, maybe, I don't know if I can't see myself, but behind me, you can probably see something. I don't know if you see the speaker. I don't know what you're seeing. You see the window, you see the board. I don't know. But you can tell by looking at me that it's behind me because it's not as in focus as I am. Because obviously I'm right here. That behind me, I don't know if is that messing up, whatever. So that's how you see. When you see things, you can tell things are further away because it's not as in focus. If every single thing was in focus, then you probably wouldn't be able to tell that something was further away. Well, when you listen to music through these focals, imagine that concept in what you're hearing. So you can hear placement in the stereo field as far as where it's coming from, how far back it is, or how close it is. It is incredible. Like, I don't even know how to. It's crazy. It's almost like a new way of mixing. Like, it's mixing in. It feels like you're mixing in surround sound, but you're not because you only have two speakers. But it feels like you have that much control over where things are placed in the sound field. So like the separation that you can obtain if you can move things out of the way, it's like the mixes are just clear. Like everything, you can hear every little detail. And honestly, the best album still is the Thriller album. That album sounds amazing. And then the Daft Punk album, the last one, the Random Access Memories, I think that's what it's called. That album is mixed flawlessly. Mick, I've been obsessing over Mick, and I've been going through all of his videos and courses. And yes, he is the truth. Once I realized he mixed Jodeci, I was like, okay, he's the man. So, anyhow, yeah. I mean, I can tell when somebody is mixed a record on something that probably wasn't as expensive. It's almost like you can hear it immediately because you can hear the lack of separation. You can hear the lack of fullness. Well, you know what? It's not even lack of fullness because some of the songs sound full. It's the separation. The separation by far is what it is. What the separation is incredible. Like you literally can move things. Like, it's almost like everything's right here in the mix. You got panning left and right, and you're thinking like, okay, it's good. But in these speakers, you can hear if it's on that row. You can hear if this sound is pushed back, sitting, a little into the corner. Maybe you want to come in over here. Maybe you want to hear, but closer. Like you can hear all of that in these monitors. Oh shit, they're amazing. I mean, but I guess if I'm gonna pay $6,000 for 2 speakers, it better do something like that. Man, you got monitors that go up to 100,000, or that I've heard 90,000. Like, I wonder what those sound like. But anyhow, I tuned it to the best I could in this room. I got everything out of this room. It's a lot cleaner now. It's a lot just nothing with space. And I'm gonna probably get some more treatment on the wall, but I'm not making it this time. Y'all saw that video. Y'all know that I hated that whole entire process. So I'm probably just gonna buy some more treatment. Oh, and what I did want to talk about, like how I was able to obtain these speakers, is mainly 100% due to the coronavirus. And I know it sucks that this coronavirus problem that we're having has taken lives of a lot of innocent people, and my condolences go out to those people. And I also understand that when a situation happens, a hustler will find a way to come up, and that's literally what I did. So luckily my job is still paying me, and Instacart, once I started hearing about what was happening on Instacart, I went so hard on Instacart. The tips are insane. Like the amount of money that you can make off of Instacart is stupid. Like it's stupid. I mean, it got to the point where I was just only making. I said, you know what? I just want to make $150 a day. I'm gonna do this all the way, and I'd work 6 days a week. I took Saturdays off, and I worked 6 days a week, $150 a day, up until I get enough money to buy what I want. Paid off my car. Like life is cool right now. Why did I bring up the Instacart? I'm just simply bringing that up just to simply say, if you want to do the same thing, you can. Like you can work a hustle. It doesn't have to be Instacart. It can be whatever hustle that you have. But like if you are in a position to where you have a little more time on your hands and you don't mind giving up a month of your life, like I got the monitor sitting right there, so it was worth it to me. It was definitely worth it to me, giving up that month. So, and ironically, as soon as I bought them, I got a phone call about someone starting a label and trying to record everything here, and then PayPal me some money. So it was like, dang! With the same day, I'm already getting paid. So that's great. I do know the work is probably going to get more detailed, and it's going to come out a lot better, which leads to better clients, which leads to, So I said all that to say, if you're thinking about getting these monitors, get them. I don't care what you have to do. Get them. And if that means you have to go deliver groceries to people, that's fine as well. Because it's worth it. Every grocery delivery that I've done is so worth it, because now I have these speakers sitting in here right now. Before I go, what I did realize about mixing in these monitors, like there are a lot of plugins out there that do a lot of things for you, and so I would say it's more for the beginner. Now I would say is more for the beginner. You have plugins that you can slap on, it'll analyze things, and then it will give you a opinion of what it thinks that the source should be. I don't want to call out anybody's plugins because obviously people need them. But what I'm realizing is those plugins you don't really need. You just don't. I mean, a simple EQ, compression, some de-essing, and some reverb and delays. You can work a whole entire mix with those 5 things. You don't need nothing else. You really don't. And with these, like, you'll get it right. If it sounds good on here, it's right. I mean, that's the one thing that I can say I take away from these. And like, I've mixed 2 songs on here so far. Sound good in the car. I have not fully learned these speakers yet, so I'm hearing some problems, but that was the key. I'm hearing some problems. And usually when I'm mixing, I don't hear the problems. I'm mixing until I don't hear problems. And then I'm hearing problems when I'm in the car or I'm wherever. In here, I'm hearing all kind of problems, which to me means, okay, cool. Now I can go address those problems. So anyhow, I don't want to get super lengthy. I feel like I'm just talking and just babbling right now. But I mean, hopefully with the information that he gave you and then my opinion on it, if these were something that you were trying to get, go ahead and get them. All right, hit that subscribe button, bell notification button. I'm back. I know I've been gone for a minute, and some people wanted me to keep continuing the little the mix series that I started. I've been gone getting money. That's why I'm back. Back. All right, I will catch you guys in the next one. All right, peace.